And we're back! We're back! And today, hold on. Get that out the background. It might look like a dark background. Lighting, once again, is weird. And you guys love this quote. Bear with me. Bear with me as we get things going. We're back with the old-fashioned earbuds. I was about to say AirPods, but they're not AirPods. Because AirPods actually sound worse. I tried to do AirPods one time. It literally sounds worse than this. How do you, Apple, how do you drop something like AirPods, have it be $300, wireless, all this stuff, and I'm trying to limit my swears here so I can, eventually get 1K subs and get my paychecks, you know what I'm saying? But listen, how do you drop something after all these years, this much money, and it sounds shittier than this? Like, do something. Alright, anyways, we're not talking about that today. We're talking about the Warriors. Alright, we're talking about how I think the Warriors could be the next dynasty. Could be the new time Spurs. Now, obviously, their timeline's a little bit weird. Due to the past two seasons, you had Curry out that one season when he got injured. Curry and Clay, both of them out. They finished, was it the bottom of the West? I think it was the bottom of the league, bottom of the West. That was back when they had D'Lo for a little bit and stuff. Obviously, we know what the Warriors were before that with Steph, Clay, and Kevin Durant, and then even when they were without Kevin Durant. And then this year, they looked a lot better having Steph Curry, obviously because Steph Curry is a top 5 player in the NBA, top 10, wherever you rank him. I don't care. He's a superstar. He's a game changer. So yeah. And now they get Klay Thompson back, which is another all-star addition. Now, listen, I'm not saying he's going to be back to where he was. He's not going to be 100% tip-top shape, but he's going to be very good. I mean, he's a shooter. When you come off a terrible injury like that, it's hard to be great, but when it's Klay Thompson, one of the best shooters of all time, you really don't need your legs that much. Let's be honest. He's still going to drop 20, 30 plus points if he just stood in a corner all game and hit threes, which I know he's going to do a lot more than that. Defensive capabilities might be a little bit less than it used to be, but he's still a great defender, so I don't think he's going to be a bad defender. Anyways, we know Klay's going to be great. That's my point. So you got 2 stars still in Steph and Clay, which are finally going to be healthy together, something we haven't seen in 2 years. It's going to be fun to watch. It's going to be great for the NBA. I can't even believe I'm saying this, but yes, I want to see this Warriors team back. As much as it was so boring seeing the Warriors be great every year, I miss that team, being an NBA fan. I'm going to keep it real. And what's so special about this Warriors team is you have all these stars. Well, I say all these, but it's really just Steph and Clay. Draymond isn't really the same player that he used to be. Still a solid player, and a big part of that team's success. But he's not the same Draymond, But why I think they can be a dynasty and have this thing going, if they do the correct things and get things done right, this is a team that for the next decade plus can make the playoffs every single year. Like the Spurs, I believe they made it to the playoffs. What was it, 24 years straight? 22, 24? It was some crazy thing like that. And then just last season when they missed the playoffs, that's when it kind of broke off. But this reminds me a lot of like that old-time Spurs. You had your stars. You had like your Tim Duncans and your Tony Parker late into their career. Still really good players, but they were late into their career. And then you had a young Kawhi Leonard comes into the team, brings that energy, brings the clamps to LeBron James, and gets the Spurs a title. And this is what I see a lot in guys like Jonathan Kuminga. Not saying that Kuminga is going to be the next Kawhi Leonard. But, you bring in this young, raw star talent who everyone says and likes to say that he's a raw talent, but his game is actually very polished, and he's going to have an impact right away. You got guys like Moses Moody, Jordan Poole, James Wiseman, who, some people really trash on his rookie year. I know he's injured a lot, and when he was in, people were saying he wasn't the best. I liked what I saw from James Wiseman. I mean, he's a 5 that can run up and down the court. When I say run up and down the court, I don't mean like a small ball 5. Like, for someone his size. He's very mobile. Yeah, he looks young. Listen, he didn't get to play many games in college. He gets right into the league without a preseason, gets injured. He's had some bumps in his road in his young career. But you give him a full season under guys like Draymond, Clay, Steph, I'm telling you, James Wiseman's going to be an all-star player in this league. You just got to give him time. So you have so many young guys with just this great potential. I feel like there's guys I missed too. I was going to say Eric Pascal, but he's on the Jazz, and he's not even that young. I think he's like 27 now, and I don't expect him to break out into anything great. He's a good role player to come off the bench, but I don't expect him to turn into anything great. But besides that, I'm doing a lot of sidetrackings here. That's what I'm noticing. But you got these mix of these veteran stars and then young guys for the future. And the Warriors are definitely a team that can make the playoffs this year with having they almost made the playoffs this year without a healthy all-star in Klay Thompson. Well, I say you didn't even have him for the whole season. And now you bring in an all-star caliber player to the team. They're going to be good. They're going to be really good. Well, maybe not really good. I think they'll probably end somewhere in the 6 to 8 seed or maybe 9 to 10 and sneak in through the playoff tournament. We'll have to see. The West is just so stacked that, any prediction you make can just easily be turned against you. But yeah, I think, these next few years they can make the playoffs with the veterans they have, with some of the young guys helping. And then when Steph and Clay and Draymond, get to the age where they're not as productive and don't offer the same productivity anymore, you got guys like Jonathan Kuminga, who now become the best player on the team. You have James Wiseman, who now becomes the second best player on the team. You have Moses Moody, who could develop into a really nice player. I've even mentioned Wiggins yet in this video. Like, he's not the youngest, but he's shown lots of signs of improvement, especially on the defensive side of the ball. You could always use Wiggins as a trade asset in the future, or maybe you could use him as one of the vet guys to be a leader. Well, maybe not leader, because that's not what Aaron Wiggins is or probably ever will be, let's be honest. But, you have a good, solid veteran player, around guys like Jonathan Kuminga. Oh, my God. I'm telling you, man, if this Warriors team, they're under Bob Myers. Is that the name? The GM? I think it's Bob Myers. Solidified coach, Steve Kerr. He's won championships. We know he's a good coach. They have the right things to build for the future and be successful now. And this is why I think the Warriors could be the next Spurs-like dynasty. Peace!